Been a long time since I've done this. Hello everyone, so I'm here, back, pick whichever one of those you want. But the point is that I am here today to give you a bookshelf tour because I finally filled them. Yay, it's pretty. I'm going to try to make it as brief as possible because I know you probably don't care exactly what's on my bookshelves, but I felt like it was a really good way to show you the books I've gotten since the last time I made a video, which was before computer, which means it was a while ago. And it also be a really good way to show you that my bookshelves are pretty because I'm proud of them. So we have this particular little cube. It's got a lot by Rainbow Rowell and E. Lockhart because I really like them. Codename Verity, which I'm really excited to read because I never have and I want to read the sequel, so you gotta read the original. 2 by J.K. Rowling, a lot by Jhumpa Lahiri because again, I just like her. And Marilynne Robinson, if you haven't read anything by her, she's actually really good, kind of a quiet adult author. I had to read something by her in grad school and I really liked it. Okay, so this cube is gonna get dissected just a little bit because there's stuff hiding behind this row of books. These are all the same size, the trade paperback size, so I stuck them all together. And we have my favorite novel, Peter Pan. This is like my 4th copy of this. And this is my standalone of the Jane Austen collection because I have the complete works of Jane Austen both on my Nook and in hardback, and I don't actually think that's excessive. And Susie actually gave me this one. It's a new copy of Animal Farm because mine was ripped in half. I have a lot of Shakespeare, which you'll see in a minute. I'm really into fairy tales, so we have quite a bit of Gregor Maguire. There's the Victorian fairy tales, Alice Sebold. This is a little poetry chapbook, and it's actually really lovely, and not just because I happen to adore Kathleen Rooney as a person, but she also has a fiction novel that's just come out that I'm really excited to get reading. So hiding behind those trade paperback books, we have a lot of little poetry collections, and one of them is by Matthew Zapruder, and the poem that I just got published, which I'll link in the down bar, it's based off of a poem in this collection. So there's that. And there's a lot of books in here that really help me whenever it comes to teaching writing. This is kind of my John Green section, but we also have Marcus Zusak. We have a couple books by him. Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson, which is kind of essential. Some Maureen Johnson because I like her a lot, and some Stephanie Perkins because I love her. V for Vendetta, which is actually a graphic novel, but is awesome. And I bought The Art of Fielding whenever I was missing Susie because it's her favorite novel. The Secret Garden because this version is really pretty, and I used to love that book as a kid, but look how pretty this is. This is actually a play. It's The Pillowman. This is also a play. It's Tom Stoppard. This is a Peter Carey book that's really good. This is a Joan Didion nonfiction collection that I love. Some Salman Rushdie, The Complete Tragedies by Shakespeare. This is the section of books that I've really borrowed from other people, but I'm trying to read and give back. Complete Collected Stories by William Trevor. It's an Irish author. These are a lot of short stories. They're really good. And this is an Arkansan author. It's Kevin Brockmeyer. And then I have a really pretty copy of Jane Eyre and Wuthering Heights over here. And this was my grandmother's copy of the Complete Works of Shakespeare. Okay, this is like my guilty pleasure cube, or things that I picked up at flea markets because they sounded good. Cupcake Cafe because I love cupcakes and it's a romancy novel. There's Nova Rinsuma and Cruddy by Linda Berry, which is really good. Stacey J. It's another Arkansan author. Now usually in front of those books I have these. This is a Lori Moore collection, all the Faulkner short stories, all of Anne Sexton's poems, and then Why We Broke Up by Daniel Handler. Riordan's selection of Percy Jackson books. Catcher in the Rye, gotta have Emily Dickinson. Okay, so we have the first 2 books in the Lonnie Taylor series, the Diviners book by Libba Bray, all the rest of my Libba Bray's in storage, all of the Hunger Games books, all the Lord of the Rings books, all the Harry Potter books. And up at the top we have a super old, worn down copy of The Perks of Being a Wallflower, some Roald Dahl, City of Ember, Little Princess, some Sarah Dessen, some Gail Forman, Sarah Milnowski. Abby McDonald, by the way, super cute. This one is a remake of Sense and Sensibility, if I remember right. But she's so good. Definitely a really good summer read, anything by Abby McDonald. I also keep some pretty books over here. There's Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky, whose name I probably just mispronounced. And then Les Miserables by Victor Hugo, which is actually the book I got from Susie for Christmas, and it's beautiful. And then a really pretty book of basically romance novels sitting on top of that. and a notebook I got in high school on top of that that's also gorgeous, but it's a journal and I'm afraid to write in it because it's so pretty. And then my grandmother's really old worn out Bible because she was kind of awesome. The only book that's not on my shelf right now, other than the ones on my Nook, is The Coldest Girl in Coal Town by Holly Black, and it's sticking on my nightstand for a bit because I'm trying to finish it. I started it with the 24-hour readathon that I did with Read Susie Read, or, you know, my friend Susie. And with the semester finishing and lots of grading, I just haven't had a chance to finish it, but it's really good, so I'm looking forward to the ending. Well, maybe I'm looking forward to the ending. I'm looking forward to the rest of the writing. So until next week, I'm guessing this is bye. It's good to be back.